Hello, Joseph. How are you today?
It's great to see you again, Sven. I'm great.
Awesome. So, since you have a lot of experience in big brands and especially in luxury areas like Ritz-Carlton and others, and we are working in the experience event industry at the higher end, I have a few questions and I'm curious how you would answer them from either your experience, your observation, or knowledge. Is that fine for you?
Fire away. I can't wait. I love what you do, Sven. You know that. So I can't wait to hear the questions.
Awesome. So, in luxury lifestyle experiences, what does luxury actually mean in behavioral terms, not aesthetic? So, in other words, what must a guest feel in the first 60 seconds?
I think that I am important and this is exclusive. And maybe not pure exclusive, but it's hard to get to. This is not something that everyone can do. Luxury means that I am reaching beyond the ordinary and having an experience that envelops me in something that I can have a story behind. So it should be something that I can not only say to others, wow, I had this inside track on, to use your type of metaphor. I had an inside track on it. And here's a story I can't wait to tell you because the investment of my money was nothing compared to the currency that I have to tell you this story.
Mm, yeah, exactly. That's very, very good. I like that. So, what's the smallest, almost invisible detail you have ever created which creates this proportional trust and loyalty in premium brands?
Oh, I think it's probably this. Here's a pen. It's a big pen. It's incredibly ordinary. We had pens at the Ritz-Carlton that we thought were pretty elegant, but they kept breaking. And as much as you think a pen in a hotel room says nothing about a luxury experience, we realized with enough broken pens that we saw in the trash can that it was time to go back to the vendor and find a pen that was more befitting of the overall Ritz-Carlton experience. And there's plenty of others. Toilet paper at Starbucks, we went to two-ply and maintained two-ply toilet paper because that's affordable luxury. And if you don't have affordable luxury with single-ply toilet paper in that place, you start to wonder about the quality of the product going into your latte.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. So another one is what's a common luxury move that is almost like not real like a theater. It's expensive, impressive, but not does not increase loyalty or referrals.
Oh, I think there are so many now that it's kind of hard to pick one. I think a lot of times what you see is people add things onto experiences, and I'm not going to give you a specific on this one. I just realize that just adding things on to call it luxury can often clutter an experience. At its essence, luxury doesn't have to have 50,000 amenities in a goodie bag, right? Those things that you see, like at the Academy Awards, for example, where they give all these items in a goodie bag to the celebrities, probably isn't really what makes celebrities want to come back. And while there might be some cool Instagram photos from it, it's not the thing that people are going for. They're going to be seen. They're going to be able to be in the audience and be part of a gala. They're wanting to dress up and present themselves in their best self. All of those dimensions are far more important than the goodie bag they get backstage.
Yeah, so it's exactly what you mentioned earlier. It's not about the things you collect, it's about the feeling you get. And
Yeah, I think
and
the arrival experience of welcoming people to your experiences, for example, the way in which you enable them to capture what they had by way of an experience and make sure that they can embellish their verbal storytelling with imagery, all of those things matter a heck of a lot more normally than some item that you gift them. Because the gift will probably, in most cases, fade away over time, but the memories should not.
yeah, the gifts are in the shelter somewhere.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, I only have so much shelf space, and after a while, I have to get rid of some of that to put new stuff up.
yeah. Okay, so if you would walk into a high-end experience as a mystery guest, what are the five things you would check within the first 5 minutes to know whether it's a real world-class experience or it's just well decorated?
Well, first off, I am looking at a sensory experience. So I'm trying to see, do I have a smell here that's pleasant and congruent with the brand? Visually, how overstimulating is it? How thoughtful have they been? Is there an authentic commitment to welcome me? Um, and in a way that is personalized and relevant to me. So that's, I think, three or four. I don't remember exactly how much. I think beyond that, I'm looking to whether or not this whole holds together and if I can infer what the brand is and what the brand wants of me in this experience. Are they celebrating me? Are they nurturing me? Are they ensuring that I'm having a communal, positive connectivity experience? These are very different sort of objectives, and I'm trying to read, did they design this well? And the arrival experience from the get-go, are the details buttoned up enough for me to say that they were ready for my experience and that they were excited to be serving me by virtue of the fact that they were so well prepared.
Yeah. And do you expect a wow within the first couple of minutes, or is that a too high bar?
I mean, sometimes I get it. I don't expect it really, not a wow. I expect warmth and a real sense of polish about it all and the congruence. Normally, sometimes you can wow at the arrival, but normally it's in the delivery of the experience somewhere along the way. Arrival is a very important part of the overall experience, don't get me wrong. But if that's your peak experience, you probably should build something else that's a little more peak, right? And in your
Yeah.
case, I'm thinking I'm getting in a vehicle that's going to just give me a life-changing, emotional, visceral experience. That's probably going to be my peak. And so clearly, I want to make sure I put a bow on that and I pull that through to the end. And I want the end to be very elegant and refined as well. But the arrival experience is not going to hold water compared
Yeah.
to uh, to what you do at your peak moment.
Yeah. Great. Thank you for that insight. And um, what are three non-negotiable standards you would hardwire into a luxury team to um, excellence and survive growth and new hires?
I think this is the world of uber personalization. So I would hardwire into my team that we need to know everything we possibly can know about the guest using their name in every interaction. Uh, Within reason, like I don't want to Sven you to death, right? But I want to be able to make sure that I know Sven. I know what his business is. I know what his goals and objectives are. I know his most pressing preferences. I know what success will look like by the end of this interaction for him, such that I can start with the end in mind and make sure that I'm building the experience to have that. I want to be able to check in with him and demonstrate the highest levels of emotional intelligence in terms of reading his nonverbals and overall emotional state and maximizing my skills to get him to the peak experience that makes it so that he can't help but tell the world about the experience he just had with me. And his world is going to be the world of like-minded people with great affinity, my perfect target audience. Much easier to penetrate them through his introduction than a cold call.
Yeah, and this leads exactly to my final question. If someone wants to raise their standards immediately, what would be the first thing they should stop tolerating?
I think stop tolerating any excuse for not delivering it. I'm sorry, we all have excuses. There's supply chain, there's blah, blah, blah. Just give me a million reasons, right? Your dog, left you last night. I'm sorry. The reality is you're in this moment right now. This is your opportunity. This is your theater. This is your chance to make a difference for the individual in front of you. Execute. That's, I'll tell you, I've worked with some real sticklers in the luxury space who have almost no tolerance for anything short of perfection.
Ah, cool. Thank you very much, Joseph, and I'm looking forward to talk to you already next week again.
Yes, Sven, you and I have a real tight relationship. I can't wait to keep talking to you.
Thank you.